Hi, we are going to continue working today with angle bisectors that we talked about yesterday. And so you can remember that an angle bisector is a line, it's a ray, actually a ray that splits an angle in half. So it divides an angle into two equal parts. And what we're going to do today is we're going to apply what we know about angle bisectors and do some algebraic problems with that. And so when we look at our diagrams, you will notice that we have triangles. So instead of just an angle being divided by a bisector like this that we saw yesterday, and I know that's terribly drawn. So instead of just having something that looks like this, we do actually have a triangle now, but the rules are the same, okay? So with that being said, we're gonna start by just labeling what we know. So this is angle 1 is 3 plus 7x. So right here, this green piece is 3 plus 7x. And so I am just gonna label this and try to make this tiny. Okay, and then I'm told that angle 2, which will be, we'll use purple for angle 2, which is this space right here, that has a measure of 8x minus 4. So we have 8x minus 4. And now I want to find x. Okay, so the first thing I have to think of is how are angle 1 and angle 2 related? Okay, because I know that this right here, ray VP, this right here is an angle bisector. And so because that's an angle bisector, and this angle would be the whole angle, those two parts are going to be equal because the two smaller parts are equal. So that tells me that angle 1 equals angle 2. So I am going to go ahead and substitute what I know. So angle 1 is 3 plus 7x equals angle 2, which is 8x minus 4. And, oops, I go ahead and make that, I'm just going to type everything in black right now. Okay, so now I'm going to solve this equation for x. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract 7x from both sides. And whenever I do that, I'm going to be left with 3 equals 1x, or x minus 4. So don't forget to bring down that minus 4, and don't forget that 8x minus 7x is 1x, or just x. So now I have this, which I'm going to solve by adding 4 to both sides. And that's going to give me 7 equals x. And then I am finished with that problem. Okay, so here we had to know that because 1 and 2 are the two smaller angles, they are equal to each other because we have an angle bisector. Okay, that makes a big difference. So now let's go look at example 2. So on this one we are told the measure of angle 2 is 7x minus 5. So this piece right here, this angle, is 7x minus 5. And then I was told that angle WUV equals 12x. Oops, and I'm going to hit undo on that, change my color. So WUV equals 12x. So if I'm going to outline W to U to V, that equals 12x. So now I have to think back to what we talked about yesterday. And if I were to describe the relationship between angle 2 and angle WUV, what would I say? What do I know about this angle bisector here in the middle? That's highlighted in blue. That bisector split the purple angle in half, and so I can double one of the green ones, one of the little ones, and get the purple. So I know if I take angle 2 and I do 2 times the measure of angle 2, that will equal 12x. Or angle WUV. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to substitute in the measure of angle 2. So this is going to be 2 times 7x minus 5. Oops, probably should have done that in this color. Equals 12x. So the first thing that I want to do is go ahead and distribute that 2. So 2 times 7x is 14x. 2 times negative 5 is negative 10, which equals 12x. I want all my x's on one side, so I'm going to subtract 14x, subtract 14x, and that's going to give me negative 10 equals negative 2x. I have to divide by negative 2 on both sides. Oh, I don't know why that's messing up. And then negative 10 divided by negative 2 is positive 5 equals x. And that is my final answer for number 2. Okay, so when we're dealing with angle bisectors, it's really important that we think about what we're given and how those relate to each other. Okay, so there is that. You all are going to do 6 or 8 of these problems on your own, and I want you to use Cami, and you can type it out the way that I did. And so you're going to use Cami and do problems just like this. So there you go.